Hello, and welcome back to Let's Play Hollow Knight Silksong. This video might need a little bit of explanation. So, as you will know if you've watched the series of videos up to this point, I started playing and recording on the very first day that Silksong came out. I wanted to get ahead so that I could have my first experience without any spoilers, and I finished the game in about 6 or 7 weeks. So I'm now recording this months later. It is now April, so yeah, that's about another 6 months after the last video was recorded. The most notable thing that's happened in that time is that Team Cherry have announced that there will be DLC for this game. I think it's called Sea of Sorrow. There is a trailer which I have not watched. Again, I just want to avoid spoilers. So I do want to say that there isn't a release date for the DLC yet, but when it comes out, I will certainly be jumping onto it and playing it immediately. And the other thing is that in those 6 months, of course, I have finished playing in my own time. So when we left off, we were at 95%. And since then I have got 100%. I know where all the things are now that I missed during the Let's Play. So it felt appropriate to do one last video, picking everything up and showing where it all is. Of course, I'm in the Abyss right now because the last thing that I did in the Let's Play was the Lost Lace boss fight. But none of the missing things are down here, so I will just pause and go back to the surface. There we go. That took a little bit longer than I would have liked. It's been a while since I've played this, and I'm not used to the controls, especially for fiddly little bits like getting out of the abyss and bouncing all the little things. Okay, so there's a few different things that I want to show where they are. I hope I'll be able to remember what all of them are. Hang on. Right. I just had a moment of not even remembering where the elevator was. I thought it might be next to the bellway, but no, it's here. So the first thing I want to show is in Bilewater, and well, if I'd been able to make that pogo, this might be the quicker way to get there rather than the Bilewater bellway. Missed it again. So one thing I definitely do want to do at some point is get all the achievements for this game. I'm not going to do that on video, of course, because that will just be retreading the same ground. So the ones that I haven't got yet. There we go. There is an achievement for completing the Steel Soul mode. And as you can tell, I'm very out of practice, so not really sure about getting that. I will have to do quite a bit of work to get back into practice before even attempting it. There's an achievement for Steel Soul 100%, which is even worse. I think I talked in the main video series about how difficult that was inevitably going to be. Okay, let's put on the map. Right, to get to Bilewater, it's straight up here. And then there's achievement for completing the game in under 5 hours. Now that one I really do think I can do. I have put in some time towards practicing for it, and I've got first act complete in about 2 hours and a bit. So reasonable. Complete Acts 1 and 2 in 5 hours. Of course, 3 is not needed for that achievement. The Sinner's Road music is so good. And as soon as I say that, we're out of it. That's a nice pogo. Okay, we're going up. There is also an achievement for 100% completion in, I think it's 30 hours. It was 20 hours for the corresponding achievement in Hollow Knight. I think it's 30 now. And that one is really just a formality. Once you've completed the game once, you know where everything is. But yeah, for the 5-hour achievement, I think I might do some kind of video on progress towards that. How do I get further up? There we go. Now, I'm not saying that I know exactly where all the things are. I have a pretty good idea, though. For this one, I think we want to go kind of straight up here, and not much further. Some of my memory of how to get around is coming back to me. Yeah, I shouldn't have tried hiding that. Okay. I'm a little bit lost. I feel that it's the thing I'm looking for is not as high up as this. It's not in this room, is it? Also, I'm about to die. Hold on a minute and I'll just try and get some health back from these. Okay, I actually died just after pausing the recording, so I've made my way back here, this time with the Purity Wreath. And I think, as we're already 9 minutes into the video and still on the first thing that I was trying to find, I'm going to do a little bit of looking around on my own before recording any further. Okay, I think I've found it. So I'm just a couple of rooms to the right of where I was just now. I indeed went too far up. And at the top of this room, there is a breakable ceiling. Yeah. If you try and go higher up, you might run into that little trap. But the real prize is here. Quick Sling, one of our missing tools. So that will be 1% more. Taut drawing mechanism built from reed and bone. And it doubles the number of tools thrown at a time. I mean, obviously I only got this after completing the whole game, so I don't know how good it is, but not really something that I think I would have used much. I mean, it doesn't double your capacity, it just means you throw them out faster. And that wasn't really the problem I was having very much. So, with that done, next destination is actually another that's a bit of a trek to get to. So I'm just having a think about how much to show on camera. We're going to Mount Fay. Okay, so the thing I want is all the way near that bottom left bench. So if I remember this zone correctly, you can't shortcut up that passage that's just to the left of Hornet. You have to go up here. Might be easier with the Silksong, of course. Oh yeah, very much easier. I am definitely looking forward to coming back to this game to try to get the achievements. It's so fun. I mean, even though I'm struggling at the moment, there's things I just don't remember, the process of having it come back to me is a lot of fun. Okay, so I think... yeah, I think I go down here now. Not quite the intended way of traversing that room, but it worked. So all the time I used this bench, because I remember it took me a long time to work my way up that slope the first time. Kept coming back here, and I never noticed this breakable wall. The memory crystal. This is... oh wait, 56 of 57? No, there is one more tool, okay. This one is reflective stone with mnemonic properties. When taking damage, a memory of the bearer is formed of crystal. So it's a very weird variety of the deal damage if you take damage thing. I won't really have the opportunity to show it off, but I guess I'll put it on and we might be able to see how it works. Get bench over here. Don't need this anymore. So the last one is in the yellow tool section. Yes, I remember where that one is. I will need to go to the far fields. Yep. May as well bench. Too far down. Well, there you can see the memory crystal. So, if there had been any enemies still around... Oh, and there's the mushrooms marking the Mr. Mushroom spot. Yeah, if there had been any enemies still around, they could have run into that and taken damage. So, I found this weave nest. And I looked inside and was never able to work out what is going on here. We've nested Cindril. But... So... You might see that these things go up to different heights. And that's the clue that I didn't pay enough attention to. Only 2 when I'm walking, 4 when I'm dashing. If I dash across the whole room, it's pleased with me. And I get the last tool, the Silk Speed Anklets. So, it uses up silk, but it increases your sprinting speed. So obviously this is the speedrunner's best friend. And rather ironic that I only found these at the very, very, very end of my playthrough. But that's not all. So, the Flea Brew temporarily increases speed of movement. You might wonder. This is the effect of the Silk Speed Anklets, by the way. That much faster, and those things go up to 6 bars. What if we used Flea Brew to increase our speed still further? What's the key now? It's up A? No, it's not. Up S? Up D? I think it's up and something. Up and left shift, okay. Yep. That gets us the full height and opens this. There's a little window over here that lets us see out. So we are at the very, very far edge of the map. This gives us a little glimpse into a world beyond Farloom. A rune depicting paths away from Farloom. And the rune harp. Yep, that's a relic. So we need to go back to Bellheart to turn that in. And find out more. We're at 98% now. I know what the last 2% are as well. So we will be able to get those. And yeah, it should be able to wrap things up in just about a half-hour video. The length I've been aiming for throughout this Let's Play. Yeah, things still in the same sad state they would be if we had not yet defeated Lost Lace, because in this timeline we haven't. Here's our friends the couriers. Don't have any reason to talk to them right now. That's right, I don't come in here first. I talk to the Relic Seeker first. I do have a relic for you. Plea of a weaver from the furthest edge of Farloon. Flee, sisters, flee until your strength exhausts. So far you may escape at last her silken sight. To start anew, to sustain, free of weapon service eternal. Okay, one of those. Oh, that reminds me of something else I wanted to do before the end of this video. So let's have a look at the Materium. So everything in the top section, this is all filled out. Relics, we're only missing the one. Cylinders, not missing any. Mementos, we are missing 3 out of 8. Now, do I know where all of those are? This is for defeating Lost Garmond. This is for completing the Hunter's Journal. This is for defeating the Watcher on the Edge. This is for beating the Court of Crows, of course. And this is for getting all 4 of the hearts. So, whichever one was the last one you found will end up here as a memento. Okay, I do know where the other 3 all are. I'm not going to get all of them, because that would take far too long. But I know some things about getting them. And since we are right next to a place I need to go, let's see. Yep, I want to be at the top of this room. And yes, you can shortcut through there. I don't know if I found that during my Let's Play, but you can. Am I not? Okay. Here's an old friend. Oh, hello again. This time I most certainly do recognise you. 'Tis a pleasure to bump into you here, deep in this serene wood. Do you have a name, like I do? Would you share it with me?
Temirian.
Certainly, sir. I am Hornet. I notice you gazing at the buds above us. Are they familiar to you, perhaps?
Not so.
No, not at all. Very beautiful, though. Perhaps I should gather some up before venturing on. I've learnt, too, that travelling is not without its dangers, but I find myself wielding my weapon quite adeptly. It's curious the way our instincts can guide us with such precision. Okay, that's all you have to say for now. But, having met Seth here, we'll move him on to his next destination. So, we met him in Greymore before the Nyleth fight, and as I noted in my video description, I found out afterwards that that's a bug in the game. That's only meant to happen after you beat Nyleth. He starts a quest of moving on. So he appears there in Greymore first, then in Shellwood. Okay, I have come back to Bone Bottom for a few things. I'm not intending those things to include an encounter with you, but since you're here, I don't really want you to run away with my rosaries. Not that I have anything at all left to spend them on. I need to be higher up. Should be able to shortcut. Okay. So we're in a part of the game that we visited right at the beginning. But I never noticed this breakable wall here. It leads to the last spool fragment. Ironically, that could have been the very first one I got. But apparently it's quite common to miss that one. What's this? Ah, yes. Step on that. And it opens up here, so another way into that zone. Nice. I'm actually rather hurting. I've not been thinking about my health very much just because I'm in early game land. Now, okay. Over to the left here is the entrance to the wormways. But if I instead drop down here... Weaver effigy, that is the last relic. Relics are not a percent, of course, but still good to have completed the collection. So we will go back to Belhart and see what our Relic Seeker has to say about that one. Okay, I am going to run a bit over the half hour, but that's not a problem, really. Oh, I was going to say I should now be at 99%. Oh, that was not the last spool fragment. I was missing 2. I can't remember which is the other one I was missing. I might not be able to get 100% after all. Oh well. Well, I have got 100%. I've got the achievement for it, but I've reverted my save file back to how it was at the end of the last episode of the Let's Play, so I might not be able to get 100% within this part of the Let's Play. And there it is. Carving of Camorra, Weaver of Healing. Weaver, heal my sons, their fearful hearts, their limbs that shake at the climb to come. We pray, gift but a glimmer of your strength, that when we stand before your divinity, you sea bugs shed free of fear. Oh, yes, this is a mighty collection indeed. So many relics safely piled up in here, nice and safe. I've done so well to gather it all up. If your collection pleases you, some acknowledgement of my own contribution to its growth is not undue. Is it gratitude you seek? But I will allow you to keep viewing my collection. That is gratitude enough for what little you've given me. Scrounge doesn't know that we have the far sight that would allow us to view the collection, permission or not. So, I'm now going back to the song wave, which is a bit bittersweet, of course. Everyone there will still be anxious for the outcome of the fight that hasn't happened yet with Lost Lace. But I don't really have time to talk to everyone. Instead, I'm just descending into the Whispering Vaults. There is a thing here. That's the entrance to... Whoops. How did I... Okay. Below here. Yeah, that's the entrance to Cardinius. I don't want to go there right now. I think... Yes, it's below where I am now. I think... I'm pretty sure that's right. So here, I think there's a way upwards. Yeah, you can see this. Was that like that when I entered, or did I just knock it down? Either way, you can get up here. Very dark. But I opened something. So that would have been nice to have before the Lost Lace fight. There is the last Mask Shard, and you can have 10 hit points of health. I must admit that the memory crystal has not yet been very helpful. So I think what I'm looking for is here in Whitewood. Let's have a look. I don't remember if I already got this, but fortunately, one good thing about doing this first is that if I'm completely wrong and I already have that one, I can just not upload this video. So by calling the elevator up and then sneaking into that passage, you can get below it. It is this one, okay. So, I remembered getting this one, I just didn't remember whether I already had that one on this save file, if that makes sense. That is 100% completion. Very, very sneaky. Elevator tricks like that always catch me out whenever they come up in games. It happened in EG, it happened in a Zelda game that I played. It infuriates me how often I miss that trick. We have to go somewhere very special now. No! I won't say I'd forgotten about those things, but I wasn't quite prepared for running into one in that particular way. Oh, cool, you can use claw line to just get past the trigger. I may as well refill it since I'm here.
Barishkava.
Say you'd auditioner to the new flea sitting there. He's a quiet one, but he's very good at games. Have no worry for him. Grishkin will look after. We'll fill him with brew and meet him to all the other fleas. That doesn't look like a flea. Greetings, Seth. It is a welcome surprise to see you here amongst these festivities.
Menosaur.
Hello, hello. Yes, my wandering was long, and I began to fear I would meet my end in those sticky swamps below. How lucky I was to stumble upon the home of these friendly revellers. They said I could be a flea here with them, so of course I agreed. Seems as good a place as any to call home, at least for a time. Now I just need to grow a little fur and sprout some wings.
Barishkava.
No.
Yanaga Noshke.
I was just wondering if you had more dialogue, but no, you just invited us to try the game again. And here's the thing. Seth has overtaken all our top scores, and we need to get them back, and doing that gives one of the mementos. I don't think I'm going to be doing that on camera. I might. I remember how much I hated the flea juggle in particular. I'm not going to commit to doing it anyway. But that is where one of them is. For the second of our missing mementos, I've come here to the very end of Far Fields. This is where we encountered Sprintmaster Swift. What say you, Nimblebug? The test of endurance remains at your ready. Let us stride fast forth. Yep, you can race him again. The course is the same as his third course. It hasn't changed, but it will now be 6 laps. Yeah, I don't remember how to do this race. So again, that's not really something I have much interest in showing on camera, but it is there. So there's only one left. And when... Oh, I can't call the beastlings there. Yep, so there's one memento left to locate, and that will be really the end. We need to go back to the Grand Bellway and back to Songclave. I mean, obviously this won't have shown everything in the game. There are some... I mean, there's even some NPCs that I didn't find in my Let's Play that I know about now. Yeah, Memory Crystal actually did something. So, where I actually want to go is back up to... Back up to the cradle. I think I go there through here. Yes. Or rather, the ruins of the cradle. Oh dear. So this was how we got to the surface before. And I'm retracing my steps there. Oh! I don't remember the exact spot. Silksong here. Is it? Is this it? That's it. Okay. Managed to land that one first try. Right, and this is the platforms leading up to... leading up to where we fought Grandmother Silk. Here. Oh, almost. Yep, quite a trek to get back to this one. But, from what I remember, having got this far, there is a shortcut that means I don't have to do the whole platforming challenge thing again. Just need to find the shortcut. Preferably without dying to these guys. Yeah. Let's use the reserve bind. Also... I was just thinking the tools I have out right now are not the best for this. I don't have the hog fly. Yeah, should have seen that coming. Oh, accidental flea brew, okay. And it may have even helped. was expecting to encounter it before. Okay, no. I remember now. It's at the bench, Silksong up here, and you can shortcut the rest of the way to the surface. Because I missed something when I was up here the first time. Very subtle as well. The clue to it is just this string here. We were meant to use the needle end. From depths below, now only the wind. Friends seduced, sweet promises whispered. We came far. The weaving ones beckon, friends seduced. All that for one little thing that isn't even a percentage. The surface memento, worn ornament of the nameless town high above Farloom. And with that is 100% completion. That is everything I want to show off in the game. As I said, I may or may not do a video showing beating the Seth's score on the Flea games and Sprintmaster Swift, just because it would be nice to get a fully 100% complete save file. I might do those, but no promises. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you when the DLC comes out.